Hey, what's up, everyone? You're currently tuned into TBD on the airwaves at KCSB FM 91.9 in Santa Barbara and online on twitch.tv/TBD presents at kcsb.org and netnetradio.com out of Tijuana. We have Miriam from basuraastillada from Bogota, Colombia. How have you been holding up during, I guess, the quarantine, like since March? What have you been up to? How have you adapted? How do you like virtual gigs? You've been playing them. The world has been pretty chaotic the past couple months. What's life like been for you? What have you been up to outside of music related things? Like what occupies your time and stuff?
Well, right now I'm in college. I just entered second semester.
Oh, wow, that's great.
Um, yeah, we're pretty young. The other vocalist, their name is Sol.
Okay.
She's 18 too. So yeah, we're pretty young, and we're just we just graduated high school,
Oh, yeah.
and yeah, I study visual arts
Oh,
outside of
nice.
like music. I like do drawings, and I like photography. I do analog stuff.
Oh, that's cool. You do analog?
Yeah.
That's great.
Um. Pandemic. Pretty fucking rough
Yeah.
around here.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like we live in the capital city, so it's like the hardest hit hard. So yeah,
Hmm.
here's like the epicenter of the pandemic right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's pretty pretty stressful because like restrictions they're very strong,
Yeah.
but they're really problematic because they don't really help like economically to like people that cannot go to work because many people have to work every day
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
go to end of the month. So
Hmm.
it's pretty rough, and we right now we're locked up again, so we have not been really active, as in like
Playing
rehearsing
shows
and
and
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah,
Damn,
like
that.
the last show we did was in December, I think. Yeah, December 12th, and it was pretty very irresponsible. It
Mm,
was like indoors with like 50 plus people. It was pretty fucking impulsive, but fortunately nobody got sick that we know of.
yeah,
Mm.
that's good.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you said you're doing like school and stuff. Like, what else do you do to occupy your time? Do you have any like other
Mm.
hobbies or anything?
Yeah. I also do noise music.
Oh, you do noise
Uh,
music? That's sick.
yeah, we do noise. We all in the band. We're actually like taking that direction right now because we want to sort of take our time. We want to release like with some songs we're working on, like
Yeah.
since from the beginning of the band, but we
Hmm.
haven't released yet. And then we're gonna like take a break because it's playing screamo is pretty rough, and it takes a
Yeah.
toll in your like mental health
Hmm.
sometimes.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, we went to like explore different stuff and try to adapt the band to ourselves and not ourselves to the band. So we don't want to be like always playing screamo or like midwest emo. So yeah,
Yeah.
we do noise music. I like to do harsh noise and ambient. I also like shoegaze a lot.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah, we are into a lot of different music outside of like screamo and stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah,
That's
we
so.
really love that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's so cool. I'm glad to hear that you guys are like staying active and I guess like trying to adapt otherwise. Um, so I guess what can you tell me about your project, Basura Ciela? Can you give me the big picture, bring me back to your humble beginnings? Like, how did you guys start? Like, when did you start?
All right, so I started this project like into 2019,
Okay.
like in summer. So I had a project before. I don't want to like. Well, yeah, I don't like it now, but
Yeah,
it
that's
was
okay.
some dream pop stuff,
Yeah.
and it wasn't working out. And I had other members, but they were really. I don't know. They were not really active as I wish they were.
Hmm.
So I wanted to start something else, and I was getting really into screamo at the time.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, I started doing that. I wanted to do like a shoegaze or emo project. I didn't have it really figured out by then. But
Mm-hmm.
then when the others joined, then like we really decided we wanted to do screamo. So I met like the drummer. His name is Kevin, and guitarist's name is Santiago, but and well, we call him Moralitos. And
Okay.
they know each other from like school, like high school and stuff.
Yeah.
So and they're really into screamo too. So I knew them because of that. We
Mm-hmm.
weren't very close, but yeah. So I like asked them if they wanted to, like play in my band and stuff. So
Mm-hmm.
we started rehearsing, and I wrote all the songs by myself. Then we like got them together in practice and stuff. And then yeah, so I actually used this as my in my school. We had to do like a final like graduation project
Yeah.
thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I actually used the band as my project, and I
Oh wow,
wrote
that's
an
awesome.
yeah in I wrote a whole document around the like the EP and
Mm-hmm.
everything around it, like the genre and everything surrounding screamo,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, and my personal stuff. So yeah, it actually comes with the when you download the EP on Bandcamp, it comes with the PDF for free. So yeah,
Oh, that's so sick.
it's like hidden right there. But yeah, so I used it for that. So that was like the one of the motivators, I
Yeah.
guess you call them,
Mm-hmm.
to like work in it. But aside from that, I like screamo is music the style of music that has resonated with me the most, I
Mm-hmm.
guess,
Yeah.
like
So
in every way. So
yeah.
I was really stoked to finally like have a band and to play the stuff I wanted to, and
Yeah.
actually flow with the members, because yeah, it's really hard to have a band.
Yeah.
And yeah,
That's awesome. So that's so crazy. Like your band literally started as like a school project. That's amazing. I feel like not that
well,
many
yeah, kinda. I mean, no, I actually started it for myself, but then I used it as
you
a school
used it
project,
as a
and it
project.
still
Okay.
is. Yeah, it
Yeah.
is still, yeah.
That's sick. So when you said you wrote like a document, was it like a zine sort of or
No, it was a whole ass document, like straight up 72 pages, I think,
Oh
something like
wow,
that.
72
Yeah,
pages?
it's like
That's
a monography, straight up. That was what I have to do for like to graduate high school.
Oh wow, dude, that is so cool actually. That's sick.
Yeah, we actually have a diploma and stuff. It's pretty funny. We're like the first screamo band to have a academic diploma.
Dude, that's sick. um,
Yeah,
I could totally see you guys on like Sophie's floor. You know that website, Sophie's Floorboard?
yeah, I we love it. Yeah,
Yeah, I could see you on like
every place.
Sophie's Floorboard, and that person like just writes like, yeah, first screamo band to have a diploma or something. That's so sick, dude. We should contact that person and be like, yo, write about Basura Astillada.
Totally sick. Yeah,
That'd be so
I'd love
sick.
to be in Sophie's forward.
Yeah, that'd be amazing. Honestly, I'm surprised you guys are not, dude. Like, I feel like you guys are kind of a thing. But anyways,
Mm.
so I know you mentioned you were involved in like previous projects. There was like a dream pop project. Was there anything else you were doing? I know you mentioned noise. Do you want to talk anything
Uh,
about that?
Yeah, well, I before Basura Astillada and stuff, I was trying to make some drone and like shoegaze by myself, but it didn't work out at all.
Mm-hmm.
So I left it there, and right now I just like started doing it again, and I'm doing it with like Sol
Mm-hmm.
and my girlfriend, and yeah, so like we one day we were in my house, and I have my pedals here, so we just went in with like a toy keyboard,
Yeah.
connected it to the pedals, and
Mm-hmm.
start like yeah making noise, and we loved it because it is such a like any introspection. I feel like noise is um like a music, like it's kind of more for the artist than for
Yeah.
the people who are listening to it, because like while you're making it, you're like in this
You're
um
zoned. It's like cathartic almost.
mesmerizing
Yeah.
state, creating whatever you feel. Yeah, it's pretty abstract, and it's pretty fun, and it's pretty like it doesn't like anybody can could do it,
Oh, for
but
sure. That's why I
you know
think like noise music and stuff is so sick because anybody can do
yeah,
it, and there's so many possibilities to do it. You know?
Yeah, yeah. It's infinite. It's infinite. You can make it. You can make noise music, whatever you want
In a
to make
way,
it.
it's almost like punk and like noise are like the people's music. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like it's so
Yeah,
affordable, it's so accessible. Yeah, it's sick.
yeah,
I don't know if you mentioned this yet. Maybe I missed it. What's the name of your noise project? Do you have a name for it?
yeah. Well, we have two. I have one I do myself. And my like station name is Miru Miru Miru,
Mm.
and the noise like group we have, it's with like all the members of basuraastillada plus some other friends. It's
Hmm.
like 9 people, and it's named Kuos Moss.
Okay.
And yeah, it's pretty boundaryless, I guess. Yeah, it's
So
whatever we want to make it to be.
so were you doing noise before COVID started, like the pandemic?
No,
Okay, because I was gonna
no.
say, were you guys like doing noise shows or anything as well?
Mm, there are some noise artists here, but it's not like pretty, like big.
Yeah.
It's pretty small,
Yeah.
but they are pretty great. Like screamo scene here is small, but the artists that have been playing are really like dedicated to it. And
Hmm.
there's actually one band that is like super underrated. It's like criminally, like nobody knows them. Their name is Incendiariat.
Say that one more
Yeah,
time.
it's Incendiariat.
Okay.
I'm gonna, can I write it somewhere? Because
I think you can
it's
send
like
a.
incendiary, but
Okay.
at the end, incendiary
Oh,
at.
incendiariate. Incendiariate. Okay,
Yeah,
that's
they
sick.
are they are insane, and we love them so much. And they played like for 10 years, like since 2009, 2008.
So is
They
that
have been
screamo
playing.
or that's noise?
It's everything. It's like
Okay.
screamo noise, post black metal. It's everything,
Wow,
and
that sounds
they
insane.
they have a really small like discography, but it's everything they did in all those years. So you can imagine it is very complex and very well thought. And yeah,
Oh
their last
yeah.
release came out like in the end of 2018, I think. And the name is like Maher Shalal Hasbas or something like that. It's
Yeah.
like in Hebrew, I don't know, but it's amazing, and they really inspire us. And yeah, um, they want the members, they actually like use a lot of pedals, and one of them, his name is Pedro. He does noise
That's
as well.
sick. That's sick.
Yeah, and our drummer has like a YouTube channel where he like records live sets and stuff from like punk bands and hardcore stuff. And yeah,
Hmm.
so he has one set of these of Pedro. I think the project is named A Man Going Nowhere.
Oh,
But
okay.
there is definitely a small scene here on in screamo and noise, and it's pretty sick and dedicated.
Yeah, that's rad. I guess that almost kind of answers the question I was just gonna ask. So, you're from Bogota. I was gonna say, was DIY something you were always involved in here, or did you kind of like start getting involved after you started your bands or your musical projects? Um,
Mm, oh, I we were actually involved before making the band. Like
okay.
we actually met each other at shows, but we were not that close.
Yeah.
Like yeah, we actually had a rough relationship with Kevin, like the drummer.
Okay.
But yeah, now we love each other a lot. But in the moment, we really didn't know each other.
Uh
But
huh.
like we did know each other existed, but not that, like deeply and friends and stuff.
Yeah.
So like I met her in a show as well, and since there we have been pretty good friends, and right now we're really close.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, we pretty much met at shows before making the band, but then we made the band, and we're trying to like make it something different because the scene here it's pretty shitty,
Hmm.
because it is very centered around like just hanging out and like drug use and alcohol use,
Hmm.
and like the bands are really not into denouncing political stuff that
Mm.
we think it is really important, since in our context there's so much things to stand up for, and
Oh
screamo
yeah.
is genre music that is about everything
It's
except
inherently like
being
yeah,
shut up. It like
yeah.
like yeah, it's about screaming and denouncing, and yeah, we think we should actually change that because it's pretty commodified. Yeah,
Mm.
like it's consumer very for consuming and not for like actively taking part of.
Yeah, yeah, it's not like activism. It's not like what punk music has generally always been,
Yeah,
you know?
so we want to make it something like that. That's why we're like, trying to like play shows with other types of bands, and we aspire to someday do other things in shows, to just play, like do some like conversatories, I think,
Hmm.
name them in English, I don't know. Yeah, so we, and talk about issues, because yeah, we are in a third world country after all, and there are many
Hmm.
things that we should um, stand up for if we really want to change. With like politics around here are a mess since
Yeah.
forever, but right now are like a breaking point.
Hmm.
There's actually going to be a national strike
Oh,
like
really? That's
on
awesome.
Wednesday.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
but it's pretty sad, because the strikes rarely make any change, and
Hmm.
the police repression and military repression are pretty strong too. So
Hmm.
yeah, we're kind of like um I don't know how to say it, not really excited
Yeah.
or hopeful,
Yeah,
but we're
hopeful.
still trying to make these things we can, because we like people who that go to our shows are young, and we think like it is really important to educate and make people of our age be conscious about issues related to misogyny and
Yeah.
homophobia, and
Hmm.
the problems related to state violence
Hmm.
and hierarchies
Yeah.
and material conditions. So
Hmm.
yeah, we want to. There's also a really big topic here that is like drugs, because our country has an internal struggle with like the armed forces and
Mm.
guerrillas and
Hmm.
paramilitary groups.
Hmm.
So yeah, like people consuming drugs, it's not that it's not a thing that makes no impact. It actually like finances these groups, and it is very current in our like youth culture to use drugs.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's pretty like easy,
Hmm.
deliberate, like lack of we don't like there's a lack of um knowledge of the weight that takes taking, I don't know, a blunt in any park,
Yeah.
because yeah, of our context. So that's really important, and yeah,
Hmm.
we're just trying to address everything, but
Yeah.
it's really hard, and because of COVID we have not been able to do shows,
Yeah.
but we still try to make what we want, what we can with our social media presence.
I feel like you guys are doing a good job. I can't necessarily read everything. I'll have my girlfriend try to translate stuff that you guys like post on your story and stuff for me. Um, but I think you guys are doing a good job for what you can, and I just think it's like super inspiring, like how young you guys are, and like how like your project has like, or like your presence and everything is just so intentional. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
I just think that's amazing. You guys are doing a great job. That's so cool.
thank you. Yeah, we're glad to do that, and we hope to like make more people do that as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Everybody to take part of it.
I'm very excited to put this on the radio because I feel like this is stuff that like people should hear, in I don't
Yeah.
know, United States and I guess just everywhere else. That's awesome.
Yes.
So, you released your album Pecho de Algodón de Azúcar last March. What I think was to critical acclaim, and you appeared on a couple comps like the Miss the Stars Screamo Sampler 7 and I'm probably gonna say this bad, but Fragmentos de Habitaciones y Lágrimas Volume 1. And a ton of people on Bandcamp, YouTube, and elsewhere on the internet hype you guys up. How does it feel that people are into your art?
I think it's great because it didn't happen before, for me at least.
Yeah.
It's actually, I don't know, and it's kind of, it feels like someone else did it sometimes.
Yeah.
It's really weird.
You have that imposter
I really
syndrome.
didn't expect that, but I'm really glad, because I think we talk about really like um like heavy stuff. So like building an audience is it's
It's
really
super important.
reassuring.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
it's also reassuring, because like the things you care for, other people are gonna care for, and if you have like a platform, you can speak about the things that
Hmm.
um yeah, not everybody's doing, because the biggest bands here really are not into politics,
Hmm.
because it's not profitable, or if they are, they're
Yeah.
in a really superficial way,
Yeah.
so yeah, it's pretty great, and I hope we keep growing, because yeah, screamo, it's something that really resonates with young people,
Yeah, it is for
because
sure.
it like its existence, it's pretty much rooted in youthfulness
Yeah.
and all these angst and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's really special that people our age, and especially in our context here, because I think we have brought a lot of screamo here,
Hmm.
because I don't know, before it wasn't much of a thing. Right now we're just taking like these presents, and yeah, a lot more people are into it, and like
Hmm.
have been like opening their ears to it, because it's pretty rough, and the screamo we do, it's pretty fucking rough. Like
Hmm.
we're going like for kid and core stuff, because we really like Flower Stick to Fans
Yes.
and Nairu and Spirit of Versailles and Seisha and all those bands. We
Yeah.
really love them. So yeah, I'm like really into and obsessed with like this sound.
Yeah. That's amazing. So I guess what can you tell me about the comps you guys appeared on? Like how'd you get on that like Miss the Stars Screamo sampler? And like what can you tell me
Mm,
about Fragmentos de Habitaciones y Lágrimas?
all right. So, Mrs. Starscomp, they actually reached us before we even released the EP, because we released a demo.
Yeah.
Like the songs we recorded in rehearsals with our
Hmm.
phone.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Um, yeah, so it's like the EP songs plus two other songs that we had at the time that
Hmm.
we are going to release very soon, I hope.
Yeah.
Um, and yeah, they reached um, to us by in through Instagram.
Okay.
Um, yeah, so we were pretty stoked, because it seemed pretty big, pretty early, because it's
Yeah.
just a demo.
Yeah.
But I guess they felt it, and yeah, we sent when it came out. We actually managed to release the EP, so we sent like the studio version of Poses.
That's sick.
And the other one, it's from a collective,
Hmm.
like a punk collective sort of, and that is from another city, from Ibagué. It's like in another like state, kind of.
Okay.
They are pretty active in like promoting like punk stuff. They
Yeah.
bring bands from outside, and in their shows to actually do a lot of what I was thinking that we aspired to do, that were like conversatories and
Hmm.
workshops, and like
That's cool.
learning stuff, talking about stuff. And they one of the members, it's pretty close to us.
Hmm.
Her name is Kaos, and they are really involved too in the screamo stuff. They had a band, but I don't think they're active anymore. And they're coming to live in my city. They're pretty young too. They have our age, so it's yeah. They pretty much organized the whole thing and invited us, and yeah, we're more than happy to collaborate, because we love her, and we love
Hmm.
everything they do. So yeah,
That's
it's
awesome.
kind of like a Colombian Latin American screamo compilation.
That's sick. I was also looking at their Instagram page. It looks like they're still promoting shows. Are those like online shows? Or
Mm, I don't know. I think no. I think they're actually doing shows in like yeah
okay.
real life
Yeah.
potential. I don't know how to
Yeah.
say.
That's interesting. That's cool. They seem really sick. I was just like browsing through their Bandcamp and their various social medias and stuff. They seem really sick. That's cool.
Yeah.
So it's been a year since your EP came out. How does it feel looking back a year later?
I have actually like think about that a lot, because I think if we did that right now, it could be like much better.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we have like a soul, and their voice is amazing. Like I don't know. I think with more time and like more production control, we could have made a better sounding EP.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, you have to learn that somehow. So that's the way we learned it. Like
Yeah,
we
exactly.
did it with a guy we didn't really know, and we did, the thing I regret the most is not recording the snare drum because it's pretty like lost in the mix. But
Yeah.
it's okay. Like every time I listen to the EP, it feels different,
Yeah.
and I actually like it a lot.
That's
And
cool.
I think it's very special that it sounds that way because it's like a reflection of the moment that I
Yeah.
was in
Mm-hmm.
and we were in and everything. So yeah, I think if we did it right now, we could make it with like more versatility and
Yeah.
maturity. But it's okay. Whatever it's going to be released next will be like that. I am confident about that.
Yeah.
Mm, so yeah, it's pretty weird that it has passed a year because
Mm-hmm.
it seems like a long time, but at the same time, it passed really quick.
Yeah. That's sick. So is there anything in the oven for 2021? You guys working on anything? Do you have anything in the works that's gonna come out
Yeah,
soon?
yeah, we have songs for two splits and one more that we want to like do for a longer release.
Oh, that's sick.
So yeah, we're releasing pretty soon this month, like 5 songs.
Oh, you're in this month?
Not in this month, in
Uh,
these months, like following months. I don't know
oh,
where
in these
when it will
months.
be released.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Cause yeah, we don't know when we can go out again to finish recording because we already recorded drums for everything. We're
Mm-hmm.
just missing the rest, and yeah, we have already someone who like knows more about the style and who like we trust more for the mixing and stuff. So yeah,
Yeah.
we want to also take our time to make it like good sounding and not like make a rush because I don't think there's any rush.
Yeah, that's
So
cool.
yeah,
Can you say who you're gonna be doing the splits with?
yeah. Well, one is with two bands from here. One is called La Superficie del Mar, which is screamo, and another one from another city, Medellin, and the band is called A veces nunca,
That's
and
sick.
they play also like these merchant ships kind of Midwest screamo,
Oh, that's tight.
and we really love them. Their first show was in the December one I mentioned earlier,
Yeah.
and it was amazing. It was like the best emo show I have seen. It was really emotional. I cried like
Oh,
three
wow.
times.
Yeah.
It was sick.
That's so
I love
sick. That
them.
sounds
Yeah,
so
a
sick.
veces nunca. Yeah, they're in Bandcamp and they released a 2 song demo like 2 months ago. But yeah,
That's
we're
so
going
sick.
to release a short split three-way with them and another with two solo projects. One from Japan that is it's named That Sing Street.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and the only member of that project is his name is Dex.
Mm-hmm.
He also plays drums in an emo violence noise. I don't know, weird, super noisy and violent band called Moreru.
Okay.
Yeah, I really love that project too, and he reached to us because he really liked like Latin American screamo bands
Yeah.
like Fiesta Bizarra and Corriendo,
Uh-huh.
and like he loves Flower Stick to Pens, same as
Yeah.
I. So yeah,
Yeah.
we really connected, and yeah, so we went to make a split, and then in September, Your Arms Are My Cocoon reached their released their stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and I actually like um mm, found the project like 3 days after Tyler released the EP
Oh,
self-titled,
really?
and it was because of Dex. And well, I listened to it and I loved it. It's like the best release of last year, so
It's
we
so
were
good,
pretty.
right?
It's like everything I wanted to listen in the moment. I don't know, it was
Yeah.
so perfect.
It's so good.
So I showed them to the other guys in the band and they loved it. And so I reached Tyler like the same day I think.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I told him like I was really in love with the things he was making.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just dropped like the idea of making a split together. So ever since like the beginning of the of like the since he released it, we have been like working in this split thing, but it has taken a long time because yeah, restrictions and yeah,
Of
we
course, yeah.
each person involved in this split has been like going through a lot of instabilities and stuff, but it's going to happen anyway, and I cannot wait to hear it
Yeah,
because it's amazing. Like it's the biggest thing ever to have a release with Tyler. I really think he's a really bright person, and yeah, if he's listening to this, kisses from all of us and everybody here that has listened to you, because a lot of people here listen to your Mr. Mike Cocoon because I like show it to everyone I meet. So yeah, he's pretty big here as well.
That's awesome. That's so cool.
Yeah,
I love hearing
it's
that.
really great. It's really great.
I can't wait to hear all the stuff you guys are working on. I feel like it's gonna be
Yeah.
so sick. I'm personally really excited. I found your guys' music after Tyler had mentioned it when I had Tyler on the show, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna look up basuraastillada. Amazing! You guys are so good. I can't wait. I'm just looking forward to everything you guys are gonna do. Noise, like whatever you guys do, it's gonna be sick. Um, so are you guys gonna be doing like tapes, vinyl, like CDs? What are you guys gonna be releasing these splits on?
I would love to release in tapes. Like I love tapes as a like a physical medium. I think they're so pretty
Hmm.
and so small, and I don't know, so satisfactory to have in your hands. So
Yeah.
I would love to release it in tape. Um, our previous release, we actually did it on we made the CDs ourselves, and
Uh-huh.
we made like the CD sleeves with some paper and stuff. So yeah, I think we will like to like make it in tape and make it ourselves here,
Hmm.
because it's like expensive to, I don't know, like send it somewhere else, at least here.
It is. I mean, it
But
is
yeah,
here
I
too,
would
you
like
know.
to also, I don't know, reach some labels or something to see
Yeah.
if we can also release it that way. Because yeah, I think having a physical release, it's pretty special. And since we also make like visual stuff, and yeah, we're making art all the time, I
Yeah.
think it will be very beautiful to actually like also include,
That's
yeah,
that.
like infant scenes or stuff, because that's what we did for our last release. We actually also did a fan scene with the lyrics and
Oh,
art
that's
that I
cool.
made during the time we made the EP. But right now we make like different kind of art. So
Hmm.
yeah,
That's
I think it's
awesome.
really special. Physical releases are amazing. Yeah,
Yeah, they're
pretty
100%.
much looking forward.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm looking forward for you guys. Like you're getting me excited just like talking about this stuff. Like I can like feel I don't know, I feel like I'm almost like sharing excitement for you. I just love hearing like bands just like hyped on what they're gonna do and like it's just amazing. That's why I do this stuff.
Yeah.
Anyways, so do you have any like labels in mind that you would like want to release this with? Like just shoot out like a dream label that you'd be like that you put out your split with. Your any of them.
Well, I mean, your arms are cocoon is on the Sun Eaters, I think so. I think yeah, that would be great. Um, yeah, I don't know. I actually had a list somewhere to like contact them and like ask them, but I don't really know how the process is. I don't know if they reach you or if you reach them or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not
Um,
sure. I'm not sure how that works. But that's cool. So I guess what are your thoughts on like the international fifth wave of emo and your place in this scene?
mm, I don't really understand like the fifth wavy mode label.
Yeah.
Like, is it what does it make it different from other scream like synthesizers? I don't really understand. I
Yeah.
think it's I think it's like a more fusion type of emo, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, it's not like just pure scrams, but more like yeah, mixed with bedroom pop and
Yeah.
lo-fi and shoegaze and whatever.
Yeah.
But I don't know. In those terms, I think then like bands like Brave Little Abacus should be fifth wave emo. I don't know. I think like genre wise or stylistically, I don't think it's like much of a difference or like a breakthrough. But what I think is really special is like people making it, because people making it are like a new generation of kids. You know,
Yeah.
it's people who were born this century, and like yeah, because the screamo that or the music in general that influences us was made around like early 2010s and late 2000s,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, so it's like another generation's revival take of a very youthful style. Like those people were making that music when they were our age right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I think it's only natural for it to be different.
Mm-hmm.
And I also like a lot that it is pretty queer and like directly queer, you know, like very vocal
That's
about
what
it.
I love about fifth wave. It's just like this open queerness. Like it's not about just like, white people in suburbs anymore. I feel like, it's more
Yeah,
like diverse. And I just think that's so sick. That's what I love about like the fifth wave. It's just like it's not just like some sad kids in like a suburb, anymore. I feel like at least some
yeah,
of it. Some of it still is, but
yeah. It
it's
definitely
there's
is
yeah,
like,
it just depends. But like home is where and stuff like I don't know. It's cool.
yeah, I think the good thing is that like in it like it is pretty connected now through internet, because there was
Hmm.
internet before, like MySpace, but it wasn't as big as it is right now.
Yeah,
Like right
that's
now
true.
there's a fucking huge community.
Oh
Like all
yeah.
those like meme pages and stuff,
It's
they're like
insane.
tastemakers at this time. Like
They
people who follow them.
are. Isn't that
Yeah.
crazy? Um, like that one dude, what's it called? Real email only consists of or whatever that
Yeah.
page. Yeah, he just like stopped doing his page or something, but I found so much music from him and I feel like so many people
Same.
looked up to that page. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's so crazy. I'm like, dude,
And
this
there
is
are plenty more like, and I think that's really, it's really good, because
100%. Yeah.
bands not only from the US are going to like, or Europe, like from the first world countries usually are the bands that, are the ones that peak the most. Or
Yeah.
not really. I mean, in screamo it's pretty general. I think you can name bands from everywhere.
Hmm.
Like I was just listening to Josephine from like Malaysia, I think.
Oh wow, that sounds cool.
They're pretty big too, I think. Well, I have heard them like being name dropped several times on YouTube. It's
Hmm.
pretty like YouTube screamo core. I don't know, like the things that pop up in recommended
Yeah.
when you listen to a lot of screamo on YouTube. So yeah, I mean, yeah, it's good to have like marginalized folks
Hmm.
and people from other countries in the same spirit as hardcore making music and
Hmm.
bringing out messages.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah,
That's
but
what.
there's a lot of hardcore too that I think it's like Latino hardcore in the US. It's a pretty big thing right now. I have
Hmm.
seen a lot of New York bands that have Latino members, like Compa. I think, yeah, Compa, they play screamo too, and they're Latino, but like a pretty hardcore screamo. Um,
That's cool.
there's also this band I found not long ago that also plays hardcore. Their name is Araña, and they're in like from New York too, but they're
That's
Latino,
sick.
and they sing in Spanish now and everything.
That's cool. Dude, you're gonna have to like write me a list of all these bands. Like this is so sick. Like you're
All
just
right.
yeah. You're just like opening me up to like all these different bands and I'm just like, dude, that's so cool.
Yeah,
I love that.
yeah, we are really into all this kind of music found in the internet.
Yeah.
Like there's so much, and it's always so great and unique.
Yeah.
Because that's what I think is pretty special of DIY in general. It's like it's really a personal take,
It really is.
um, and it's really specific. Like, Sano Ex Machina
Yeah.
from Japan.
Hmm.
It's amazing.
Oh, they're
I
sick.
really didn't think screamo could be like that complete with like electronic elements.
Yeah.
Like their drums are all programmed,
Hmm.
but I usually when I hear programmed drums, I don't like it. But it sounds perfect with this like aesthetic they have,
Hmm.
and I think that's so unique. There's also a Russian band that they don't make screamo anymore, but and I don't know how to pronounce the name. I don't even know how to like reference to them because they have a really long name in Russian, but they make like Nintendo core,
What?
and
That
it's
sounds
like
sick.
it's amazing. It's like super lo-fi and
Yeah.
super sad, and I translated the lyrics like in really broken Google Translate English and stuff from Russian,
That's awesome.
and it's pretty like I also really value the lyrics approach in screamo because it is really not conventional at all. Like once I asked Tyler how he makes his lyrics, and he told me he pretty much thought of like phrases or words in the
Hmm.
shower, and he just put them together. And
Yeah.
I think that's so cute. And I also feel the same about bands like Moreru and this Russian band. I really don't know how to pronounce it. I really wish I could. But they right now are making like really weird rap music. I don't like it anymore. But before they were making like this really sad scream,
Yeah,
and it's great.
that's so sick. Um,
Yes.
that's great. Like I said, you're gonna have to give me a list. Like this is so cool. You should honestly do like a just give me a whole playlist and I can just play it on the radio. That'd be sick.
Sure,
Um,
sure. I will be happy to do that.
yeah, that'd be sick. So I guess that just about does it for my questions. Now we have like a series of questions that people just gave me through Instagram. So are you ready for those?
Sure.
Okay, let's do it. So this one's actually from my friend who usually sits in. They usually sit in with me, but they had an exam they had to study for. So they want to know. They said if you bring up shoegaze, they want to know if you know this band called Soda Stereo.
Yeah, they're very big in Latin America, but they're more like this Spanish rock. Like yeah, like my parents and like the eight people aged like 30 and plus, they fucking love it. They
Oh, really?
fucking jizz all over themselves with those that band. They're really big. But I know there's like one disc that it's kind of shoegazy. It's
Yeah,
that yeah, they're pretty iconic. I have not really listened to them, and I'm not really interested in them.
yeah,
But yeah, I definitely know them, and I know that's shoegaze reference thing because yeah, there's one record that is like pretty coarse and flanger, drenched.
Oh, that's interesting. That's interesting that Maddie knew about that. That's weird. That's cool though. So I guess someone else wants to know, what's your favorite Colombian food? Your favorite like traditionally Colombian food, I guess.
I wish other people were here because they love eating stuff. We are actually well, actually, Sol and me we're vegetarian right now, so
Oh,
we
really?
like most of the food here. It's like has animals, so we
Yeah,
don't really like it. But like beans and rice and eggs are pretty. They call it calentado.
yeah,
It also has meat, but you don't have to put meat in.
yeah.
Um, it's pretty nice, and it's called calentado because it is like you put it on in the microwave because it has been in like the fridge for I don't know like 2 days or more,
Oh, really?
and because it has been in the microwave, it tastes different and it tastes better. I don't know why, but it just tastes better.
Really? That's so interesting.
Yeah, it's sick. I actually love like beans and rice. Yeah, I think that's the Colombian food I can mention. Also, like how do you call it in English? Wait, aguacate, avocado. Yeah, avocado. Also, it's really good with cantao.
Are you vegan or are you vegetarian?
Vegetarian. I aspire to be vegan one day, but right now I haven't gone to a nutritionist, so I don't know if I can even do it because I'm pretty skinny
I hear
and
you.
young and stuff. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I wish I don't have to eat animals ever.
Yeah, I aspire to be vegetarian at some point. I lived in a co-op when I was in Santa Barbara, and my
What's
girlfriend.
co-op?
What was that?
What is a co-op?
It's basically just like a house that's like not owned by like property managers. It's owned by the people that live there. Um,
That's great.
yeah, it was cool. No landlords. Like we obviously had someone that like we would pay money to like manage like the properties within the system. You know what I'm saying? But like it's not like a private landlord or anything. Like all of the money that you pay goes into like the house and like you own your room pretty much. And you can like everybody like collectively buys food and everything and like
Hmm.
supply. Yeah, it's sick. And we were a vegan house because like it's like if we're going to be making collective meals, if there's one person that's vegan then we kind of have to cater to like that person.
Yeah.
So I like dropped my meat consumption really low, and my girlfriend's been vegetarian since before we lived there. But I moved back in with my parents after college, and they eat a ton of meat, and I'm just like, dude, like I can't do this. It's too hard. But one day I
Yeah,
aspire I
it's
aspire
pretty
to it.
cultural.
Yeah, exactly. So one day I aspire to eventually be like vegan or something. So
Yeah, yeah, me too.
yeah.
Full on vegan because I'm trying to eat less like milk,
Yeah.
and here it's also fucked up because like some of the paramilitary groups actually are financed by like meat consumption because
What?
um yeah, ganaderos, how do you call it in English? With ganaderos is like people who have a lot of like animal livestock and land, because well here it's pretty complicated, like the land distribution thing. So there's people who have like a lot of land and they
Hmm.
have a lot of like power, so they basically like it's pretty a pretty historical thing. Like
Yeah.
it has been since like Spaniards have been here, that like they have been dividing big lots of land between powerful people. So yeah, the thing is that like last century, like in the first half, there was something. Basically, they when the state Colombian state came to be, they started like distributing land. So
Hmm.
people, some lands they made some really fucking weird thing.
Yeah.
Crony, yeah, crony was the word I was
Oh,
searching for. Like
crony.
where they gave land to some like aristocrats and stuff.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. People that wanted
And
to.
yeah, so it has
Yeah.
been like a generational thing. So it's yeah, it's really big here. Like consuming meat is pretty much directly financing those powerful people,
Dude, that is
and they
so
use
crazy.
paramilitary groups to somehow defend themselves because there's a lot of guerrillas here,
Hmm.
left wing guerrillas that came to be because of those land conflicts. Um, so yeah, we really have to be radical about it if we really want it to change, at least in, yeah, in our context. So it's really hard, and even more when it is a pretty cultural thing to eat meat here. It is really like eating pigs, and
Yeah.
yeah, in general it's pretty normal, it's pretty normalized, and it's like the traditional thing. And when it we have a lot of festivities, and in all festivities you eat meat. mm, so yeah, it's really shitty, and we are
That's
really against it. And yeah, we hope everybody in the band becomes vegan or at least vegetarian.
wow, that is so interesting. It's like
So
literally systemic there. Like it's
yeah,
systemic to be eating meat. Like that's fucking crazy.
it's everywhere, it's systemic to
That
be
is,
eating meat
yeah,
actually.
yeah. Dude, that is so cool. Like so it's almost like where you live, it's almost like anti-fascist to be like vegan almost, I feel like. That's sick.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's really interesting actually. I loved hearing that. So this one says, ¿Cómo decidieron en su nombre que indica para ustedes?
That's complicated. Yeah, the question is like they're asking us like how did we decide our name,
Okay.
and like what does it mean to us. I don't know, as I don't think it has a lot of meaning, because when I chose it, it was because it's actually pretty embarrassing and cringy. It was like someone else's Instagram username that was pretty close to me, and
Oh,
I just picked it because it sounded cool. Because it, screamo bands like put their names together, and
yeah.
I think it's aesthetically it looks cool. Like before, I thought it looks so cool, so awesome right now, but right now it doesn't really resonate so much. But I mean, it's alright. I think it actually directly translates to a splintered trash.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I actually I think the trash name, like it's a bit generic, but the splintered, I think it's such a concept that we actually also developed. There's a song called Porcupine, and it means hedgehog or porcupine, and it is like all about all like the Evangelion stuff,
Hmm.
like the ha dilemma that is the hedgehog dilemma. Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, hedgehog dilemma. And it's about like the more we humans are like hedgehogs because we want to like be close
Hmm.
to other people for comfort, but we cannot help to damage other people because of our own shortcomings and struggles. So yeah, it's about like relationships and being very volatile and reproducing trauma.
Yeah.
So yeah, like divorce and like parent fights, that's
Hmm.
something that really, I don't know, detonates me and
Yeah.
like left me a lot of scars
Hmm.
when I was a kid. So yeah, I think it's splintered at least is a really special word, and we also do a reference to that in another song
Mm-hmm.
that is named Herpes. And those two songs are actually in our demo. And Herpes is the first song I ever wrote for the band, and it is about like running. Herpes is herpes in English.
Mm-hmm.
It is about running away from society as a whole, and how about we're really disconnected um, of everybody else's issues. Like you could be in a normal day, but someone else could be them having a loved one
Yeah.
passing away,
Mm-hmm.
and same as you, like you can have everybody can seem okay, but you are feeling, I don't know, nobody else has this dysphoria and everything. Yeah, like
Mm-hmm.
it's, we really have a lot of issues that we have to wait on, like have to feel the weight almost
Mm-hmm.
by ourselves. And yet it's about, it's like we don't want to deal with the bullshit of being minimized
Mm-hmm.
on our emotions being, yeah, like ridiculized, or nobody else understanding, or everybody wanting us like far.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that's why the name herpes, because it's like what happens with venereal diseases is that they are, most of them are related, uh, like society relates them to queerness,
Mm-hmm.
especially HIV, but herpes
Mm-hmm.
also, like it goes into that category. Not as much as HIV, but yeah, it's like if you have herpes, like you cannot kiss anybody,
Mm-hmm.
you cannot yeah, make love to anybody.
Mm-hmm.
So it's about that. And the first phrase is, I have splinters on my fingers, I cannot touch anybody again.
Mm.
So yeah, I think splintered actually makes sense, but trash, I don't think, unless you want to get really edgy, say, oh, I'm trash,
Yeah.
I'm not worth anything. But we don't think that way. We actually want to value ourselves and be better.
Yeah.
That's why I actually don't like that of screamo, and I understand why some screamo bands actually last so little. And it's because
Mm-hmm.
it's such a heavy thing, and
Yeah.
sometimes it's not always very like liberating, because you're
Mm-hmm.
sometimes like reproducing all those negative feelings
Mm-hmm.
and really not going anywhere, but just making, like, hurting yourself sometimes, because like live performances are pretty rough.
Mm-hmm.
Like our live performances are pretty and really like physically draining.
Yeah.
After we have only played like 2 shows, and
Mm-hmm.
after them I feel dead. Like
Yeah.
straight up, I go pale and want to vomit, and
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes it's a release. But if you do it too much, and if you always reproduce those things,
Oh,
not so
definitely.
much.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, the name. Yeah, I don't know. I talked about a lot of stuff.
No,
Sorry.
that was great. That was great. I love that. That I feel like that's the perfect explanation for like what that means to you. That's great. Um, yeah, it was interesting because like me and my girlfriend were trying to where she was like translating like what your name was, I guess, and she was like, yeah, I'm not sure like, what Astiala exactly translates to. So yeah, I mean, this was like a way better explanation than just like what it literally means, like splintered. That was sick. I love that. Um, so the next question says, Colombian slang you actually use.
Like everything actually. I don't know how to like talk about this, because it's really hard to relate if you're not Colombian.
Yeah.
So it's kind of awkward. It's like explaining a joke, but
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like every fucking word ever.
So that question was actually from my girlfriend, and we say that because like when you're learning like Spanish or something in the United States, or at least this was like my experience, like when I was like, taking Spanish class and stuff in like school, they teach you stuff that's like slang, but then say you like say it to someone who's like a fluent speaker and like you say they're like, "Oh, nobody says that." You know what I'm saying? And it's just like so like
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like it's
yeah.
not real. It's like
It's really specific to the country you're in and the city. Here we have a lot of different slangs for different parts of the country, and they're
okay.
really radically different. And
Yeah.
like some like stuff like pen, we say different from like in our city, like
Yeah.
from everybody else's in the country. And it's they get, it's like a really heated debate thing. Like they
Really?
fucking
What
hate
what was the word you said?
pen, like
Like
pen,
like writing? Like a
ink.
pen. Oh,
Yeah,
really? That's interesting. And it's really a
yeah. In
debated
here
topic.
in Bogota, we call it espero. But
Esper.
in other place they call it like lapicero or bolígrafo.
Really? That's so interesting, actually. Um,
Yeah, it's really weird. Like actually we are really, our language is pretty filled with like vowels and like rough stuff.
yeah,
It's actually kind of fucked up sometimes because most of it's pretty misogynistic. Like
yeah,
everything, but like
I could see
everything you
that.
say and you hear people talking here, it's pretty much filled with um like foul words. I don't know how to say it. It's foul words sounds so funny. It sounds
Like
like a
curse
kid.
words or something? I don't know.
Yeah, curse words. Pretty
Yeah,
much you curse a lot. Like
yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know if you want me to curse right now.
I mean, I guess if you wanna, like, I don't know, say your favorite sounding curse word. I don't know. Do it. That sounds funny. Do it if you want to.
um, Careculo means like ass face.
Okay. That's funny. How do
Piro
you?
or piroa, and it's um, like dumb. Like there's a lot of different words to say dumb.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a pretty big conversation that I don't really know how to talk about it right now. I wish other people were here because
yeah.
they'll be pretty, they were saying a lot of stuff.
That's funny, dude. That's funny. I love that. That was good. I'm stoked on that question. So here's another one. This one says, three band lineup anywhere in the world. Who would it be with and where?
Hmm, like like any, even if they're dead,
What was that? I mean,
even if
oh
they
yeah.
are
I mean,
dead.
even if they don't play anymore, like sure,
Oh,
like
oh
current
my god,
bands, like live bands, any band that you or any lineup that you guys would be on, and anywhere in the world.
damn, I think I wrote haikus about cannibalism in your yearbook. Um, what else? Moreru from
Yeah,
Japan. Their shows are insane.
yeah,
And I would love to see flowers stick to fans.
that'd be sick.
My I like yeah, that's like my favorite band. So yeah, I guess I would love to see them like. Hopefully they when they play again. I think I saw in a comment that Connie, like the vocalist, said like they might like bring it back, and it's like in their personal like design page they have something
Mm.
like named a little less than it's like yeah, like their illustrations Instagram page, and they just comment like they comment under their because she did the self-titled cover art. So
Hmm.
yeah, I actually don't think it's gonna happen, but if it does happen, that will be great. I think yeah,
Yeah,
it's very special to me.
that'd be sick. Oh, here's one more. Sorry, I missed this one. So, are there any plans to tour to the U.S.?
Mm, not that we know of, because it's really expensive. But
Yeah,
we would love to like go to other countries. Yeah, that will be fucking sick. That will be so huge.
that'd be so
But
huge.
we don't know like we don't know like how to organize that. We know one band from another city here. I think you might know. It's called Vientre.
What are they called?
Vientre. It's like UVI
I'm not sure I'm familiar with
and
them.
TRE. Vientre. It translates to like womb.
Okay.
And
And
they have played in like California, I
oh,
think,
really?
in San Diego. I think they played like 2 years ago.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're pretty. They actually like yeah, they're like the biggest screamo band I think here in Colombia.
Oh, wow, that's sick. And you
Mm-hmm.
guys know them?
Yeah, we have talked to the vocalist. His name is Ivan
Yeah.
Zapata.
Okay.
And they also have a pretty cool neat thing in their city. Their city's his name Cali,
Mm-hmm.
and they have like this thing called carne débil, and it's like a auditory type thing. Um, so they have their studio and they record bands like pretty heavy bands.
Mm-hmm.
One of them it's also like it is a black gaze band called Voragine.
Mm-hmm.
They recorded there, and yeah, so there's like this like crust hardcore grind
Mm-hmm.
emo screamo post hardcore thing
Yeah.
scene going around with those guys, and yeah, they make pretty cool stuff. They also have another band. I think it's bigger actually than Vientre. It's called Miko, and they played this very nice, nasty, nasty grindcore,
Yeah,
and very political as well.
that's sick.
So yeah, definitely people should check them out because they are really dedicated and their sound is really well crafted and yeah, very special. It's like yeah, it's kind of like title fighty, like
Yeah.
you know this band from Mexico called No Somos Marineros.
Oh, I know them. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, kind of like in that way. Yeah, that's
Okay.
the sound and with screamo. It's really beautiful. What was the question? Why I don't know why I'm talking about this.
Oh, this is like any plans to tour to the US still?
Oh yeah, so shout out to Yantre, shout out to Carnaval from Cali.
Well, hopefully, I mean, I don't know if it will be possible for you guys, but hopefully if you guys ever need a place to tour, please hit me up. I can get you guys a show in like California somewhere. Yeah, it'd be sick if you guys could play here. I would be so hyped to have you guys.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
We could put you on like a hardcore lineup or something like that. Play with some narcore bands or get you in LA. I don't know. There's not that much emo going on in California, TBH, but we could get you on some kind of lineup. So, would love to have you here. It'd be so sick.
Yeah. I hope that can happen, and I hope we are active too. But yeah, that will be like in a long time because things are fucked right now.
Yeah,
but I will love to play there with my friends.
Yeah, that'd be so sick. So anyways, I think that about does it for all of the fan questions we had. Did you have any last remarks you want to put into the airwaves and archives? Like, where can people keep up with your projects?
Yeah, we pretty much are active in principally in Instagram and in Bandcamp. So in Instagram it's at basuraastillada and Bandcamp, same. Basuraastillada, it's spelled in same word. People here is like because they're two different words, they type it in like separate, and don't find it anymore.
I make that mistake all the time when I'm trying to like listen or something. I'm just like, oh man, got a backspace, get rid of the space in the middle.
Yeah, it's a really pretentious emo thing, but at the moment I don't know, I still think it looks cool, but I mean it's kind of pretentious. I don't know. No, it's alright. I don't know,
it's artistic.
I hope people don't get confused anymore.
So anyways, I have one more question. This is the final question that I ask every band I have on the show. Are you ready for it?
Yeah.
Okay. So a rat is going to jump into your mouth. Do you want this rat to jump into your mouth head first or butt first, and why?
I think butt first because I think if they get really like panicky, they can bite me.
Yeah.
So I think I could spit them easier. I don't know. I think the feet also could like take an impulse out of my mouth. It's a really weird question. Actually, I wasn't prepared for it.
No, nobody's ever prepared for this question, so you're okay. It catches everybody off guard, which is interesting because most people say they would take it head first. Just giving you an average answer over how long I've been doing this, like a year now. Most people will take it head first for whatever reason because they don't like the texture of the tail or something going down their mouth. But anyways, and then the second most popular answer is they would take the rat head first and bite the head off. And I'm just like, geez, that's mean. So I'm like, that's messed up, dude. Doesn't deserve to die. It was just a mistake. So my personal favorite answer for this is the vegan option, and you've seen the movie Ratatouille, right? Have you?
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody's seen it. Yeah. So, my favorite option is to take it butt first and then, pet it on its head, calm it down, and then put it underneath my hat and we can make some ratatouille.
Yeah. I think that's the best answer too.
Yeah, right. It's cute. It's cute. You can have some nice like vegetarian or vegan food afterwards too. Like no animal got hurt. So.
Oh, yeah.
And you have a friend afterwards. So.
Yeah.
Anyways, I think that's all we have for today. Thanks for tuning into TBD on KCSB FM 91.9 every Sunday 4 to 6 p.m. and NetNet Radio every Saturday now on 4 p.m. No, at 4 p.m. This is Miriam from Basuraastillada. Thanks again for being on the show, Miriam.
Thank you for inviting me.